best Night Elf in the world against the best human in the world. On 7 maps, this is the rematch of the Red Apple Cup that we've seen last week. On this patch, it's looking atrocious for Kaho, unfortunately. No win since June, but maybe that is changing here today. What can we expect here? It is the Warden on Northern Isles, and then on the other side, it is, of course, at the moment in this meta, the reign of the Mountain King. Quite some options here for the players. Starting with Stormbolt, that is the norm. Helps a lot with creeping. Then later you can contemplate if you want to go Bash or if you want to go Clap, but Bash is the meta everywhere. Since the Warden is a very level dependent hero, 40 has some time to creep this clean, so you don't need an Archmage with Water Elementals. Mountain King, of course, a better fighter. Grumpy Dennis, thank you for the 4 years and happy sub-anniversary, my dude. Warden with an Invo Potion, always very nice. Mountain King with a Ring of Regeneration, always very nice. Nobody can complain. We can't complain about the creeping, even though this peasant is a little bit hurt, but everything else looks rather healthy. Cow creeping up. Finds the slippers, also sweet. And then, is he going to attack now? Because creeping without an Engine of War is quite hard for Night Elves when they don't have a keeper. And you want to slow down the human as long and as early as possible. Fortitude sees this movement, knew he's coming through the avenue via the lab, had that scouted out and is trying to punish that. Every second that the Warden isn't close to the workers is a second one. Love how he blocks this path as well. So clean. Mr. Apeman, another short stream, huh? I see. Thank you for doing the morning shift. We are blessed with the Fortitude versus Kaho show match. If you feel like joining me in the cast, Mr. Apeman, when in real life is done, hit me up anytime. We gotta play all 7. Lots of action. I like your company. Just let me know. Whee! That's a nice fan of knives. No Arcane Tower here, a little bit greedy. We are not going for the expansion and harass that, but straight for the main, and it feels like this catches 40 a little bit by surprise, huh? 3 workers down. He is kind of trapped there. And the Mountain King is going for an exchange with the Warden being low. Gotta be careful about Stormbolts. But 40, not using the mana too much just yet. Deathwing, thank you for the sub. Got a little hype train going on. Footman, let's go. Footman, all microed back, but I don't think we have a shop yet, so they will stay hurt. Mountain King a nice harass too, but it's only mostly about archers. We still have 7 wisps available. And this is no time to cancel lores yet. I think this is a fine early game for Kaho thus far, even though this all went on the cost of creeping. And the Ancient of War didn't move an inch. So this might be problematic down the road. We staff out now. The damage threshold not hit, and also no mana available for the Fan of Knives. We are getting a shop now. Not... Wait, where are all the footmen? Here they are. Yeah, they went to the wrong hospital. Warden has to creep. Tech by 40, what is it? He needs a little bit more lumber, but he's gonna get it soon. Interesting to see both players ignoring the desire for level 3 as much as they can. When both heroes find their first real power spike on level 3. But you know, sometimes you have to go for the unintuitive timings.
A player's forces are under attack.
Close to level 3 we go. And then, how harassy will you play this if you're Kaho? Oh, apparently very harassy. Apparently, immediately straight across. Anisnix, thank you for the 18 months.
Let's go.
Yeah. This feels like a hype train. Feels good, feels good, feels good. Get these primers in. God damn it. Let go of your primes. Get rid of that weight. Just like the Mountain King gets rid of the weight of mana. Shredder, attack, no more Stormbolt at the moment. We do have more Fan of Knives and Slow coming in from the creeps. Dangerous! I was about to say, respect the bash. And also respect the force that is the Ring of Regeneration. An exchange here is not that easy, but he gets a triple whammy, a quadruple whammy, a penta whammy. And the one cleans it all up. Full wipe of the footman. Ouch, that was some good experience. Damn, Kaho looking hot. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, shit. Oh no. What a fall from grace, dude. You have this amazing moment where you kill all the footmen, but 40 finds the snipe with a little bit of mana that he had remaining. Where? Ah.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay. That's how you stay relevant here. Funny little moment. Don't celebrate too early. Especially when there's a little hammer-throwing dwarf around. Looks so hot he got burned. Very true. Tier 3 on the way. Tier 2 only now finished. 440. Kaho, of course, on 1 base. So with every passing second, things are getting better. 440. And we will have an answer soon what his strat is. With the Shredder, I guess we kind of know it's going to be tier 3 mass air. I'd be kind of surprised if not. Question is, did Kaho see the Zeppelin? Alchemist second for a lot of healing. Ooh, who got this? Kaho got the Overseer. Nice progress with that Warden. Tier 3 queued as expected. Alchemist second. Okay. Sobi Mask, Claws, Slippers, Pendant, Circlet, Warden. What a dream inventory. It's so close to perfect. Lots of mana, good fighting capabilities as well. Question is this enough? When an Alchemist out-heals your level 2 spell, or your level 3 spell, with his level 1 spell. Kaho is getting somewhat countered. Soon. Very soon. And I don't see the Warden stopping the progress of Fortitude. The late game prowess. Level 5. Close. Yeah, 40 didn't use a lot of footmen, right? It's mostly Mountain King. And now the trouble begins. How do you deal with mass air? Waking up to a play all 7 is great. Yo, Kidder, what's up? Have fun. Kill him, kill him, kill him. 4.9. Warden is so ready. Oh, she's so ready to spin. What are the towers? 1 arcane, 1 arcane. There is an anti-magic potion though. 40 isn't super rich. And this will pave the way for level 3. Kaho, satisfied with level 5, goes for the panda, which she will need as an anti-air solution against all that air. Zeppelin is ready, but Warden ain't done here yet. Nicely evacuating right before the anti-magic runs out. Otherwise, the Arcane could have just burned all that mana, which obviously you don't want. And we might the Zeppelin is already there. The double Zeppelin by Fortitude. Anti-warden technology, some might say.
A player's forces are under attack.
But Kaho, in the absence of a warden, now she's back. In the absence of a warden, didn't get overrun in the middle by Mountain King, Dragonhawks, Alchemist, whatever there is. I think Kaho is playing a fine game. A very, very fine game. Good to see Drunken Haze first. It's a lot of damage mitigation due to mischances and also an additional slow. It's just no damage. Last hit. Goes to the panda. Item is heal wards. Nice. Mountain King is not looking too healthy anymore. We have an orb for more damage, and the combo of Sobi Mask and Pendant is mental. Whee! Warden is having a great time. Can't complain about that. And on the back of all this, a lovely little expansion. I feel like we set a damn fine pace for this Play All 7 show match. Do you ever retrain to Shadow Strike here? Not really. Mountain King very tanky, Alchemist very tanky. You just don't have the targets really for Shadow Strike to get kills. Against Archmage you might, against the DK you might see it. It's all about AoE. And I would be delighted if Kaho, after that expo is up, if Kaho shows us his signature talent play. Oh, he got the mana potion. True. He did steal that mana potion. Yoink. And what's the panda getting? Level, okay. Level, clause plus 12. At level 3. He's playing such fine talents against the mass air strategy of human. I really love this. How many Zoe masks do you need to get so the arcane, so you regenerate more mana than the arcane can steal? That's a job for Soul 8 man, Soul Research man. Warden roaming, nice scouting. Denies some creeps here. She's not leveling herself, but she prevents the human to level. Wonder if this fight comes, yeah, this fight does come too early, right? And 40 doesn't want to go for it. As long as there's no griffins in the mix. We have a spot to expand for the third time here. We definitely have the lumber to go for wins, but we don't have the gold. Is damage from magic hero abilities reduced 25% in Warcraft like in Dota?
Thanks for the cast, Big Beard.
Let's go, Big Penis. 30%. But yeah, in general, yeah. Okay, creep check. Lots of Dragonhawks for the piercing damage against Dryads, but the spells! The spells do the job, oh yeah. Do we have enough heal spray against it? Doesn't necessarily look like it, and the Blood Mage is doing a good job, but there is a big potion of mana. Is this enough, Fan of Knives? Dragonhawks suffering, Griffins suffering, but also Kaho suffering. Nice Breath of Fire, well aimed as well. It's not too easy these days. Blood Mage in trouble, has nothing to save himself except the Banish. No more mana here. We got an item, Town Portal, and 40 gets out. Neck and neck fight. Both with some exit kills and a TP force. That was a nice exchange. How buying time. Oh, the blink to the shop for the faster shop control. Nice. So let's take a look. Do we have any indicators who this was clearly better for? Not really. It gave 40 some XP, but it's still not enough to go to 3-3. But it is almost enough to give the Warden level 6. And we all know how strong usually that ultimate is. It is weaker versus mass air, because the ultimate requires corpses and air units don't leave any corpses, so you can't raise the little spirits from the avatar. But having level 6 is damn great in general. So we get that level 6. It's unpreventable at this point for Fortitude. He sees it coming. He might save the workers into Zeppelins and dodge the fan. Oh, he pump faked it. Forty not responding. Just a little skill check. Bit sad to see that we're not transitioning into crows yet, but by how short he was on gold, I kind of understand that. Here's the blink, here's the fan, here's the level 6. And as there is no silence to stop the Warden, that's the avatar unlocked. And let's be honest, the Dryads will leave enough corpses. 40 isn't looking! Big Breath of Fire combo alongside the Fan of Knives. And this is free birdies! It's halbe Hähnchentag here on Northern Isles. There was some free XP. Oh, 40, I feel like you gotta step it up. And there, I expected this expansion to go here. Similar to what 40 is expecting. How builds it bottom right? Lecker Broiler, you know. Oh. Got you. Got you. Just spread the poison a little bit. Making sure you signal your opponent. I know what you're doing. I saw that. Here's the next attack. 13 Dryads. Not great in raising bases, but the Panda can help with that.
Town is under siege.
Third base will decide this game. Trying to force a reaction, trying to force Kaho back, but he's not falling for that at all. Draining a bit of mana, spreading a little poison. Feels like Kaho is almost infinitely ahead. We also get the third attack upgrade. It's really rare in this matchup, I feel. Whee! Blood Mage deleted! And without sucking any mana from Panda or Warden, I feel like 40 is dead here. He supply blocked as well, right after killing, reviving that Blood Mage. Oh, Mortar team, a nice adjustment. We don't have fragmentation shards yet. The mortars aren't that great.
The town is under siege.
Still good damage though. Trying to squeeze in the fragmentation shards for big damage, but it's also only one mortar. Oh no, it's two. Okay, with Zeppelin micro. Feels like Fan of Knives should get rid of them quickly. It's oftentimes the problem to reach these mortars, not to actually kill them. Exactly like that. They don't necessarily have to die. They just have to be out of the fight. It's kind of the same. Sick attack. Sick attack. Heal scroll doesn't prevent the death, but gets at least a trade. We got the avatar up first time. Not hitting any meaningful levels. Not level 5 MK. Not level 3 Alk. Not level 3 Blood Mage. Is very painful. 1300 gold. 3 upgrades. Feels like Kaho is a bit worried about these mortars. And there we go. He's breaking the base at the 22-minute mark. The main is empty soon. Portals away. No unnecessary risk. Warden survives. The army survives. 3 bases are up. 40 is mining out in 1 minute. He does have the money to rebuild, but I think the same thing will just happen again. Very, very good game by Kaho. I feel like losing the 5 footman had something to do with the state of the game that we're in right now. There was just no progress. Last chance for 40. His army doesn't get better than this. He's got to smash that hard. Dryads, usually very fragile, but now they have 6 armor. The Mountain King is just disappearing quickly. Alchemist is in no man's land. And now we don't have healing outside that 1 heal wave anymore. And the breath is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that is game. Kaho with a super clean, super good Warden performance here. Did not expect this, to be honest. While we load into game 2, shout out to the sponsor of this month, Opera GX, the browser built for gamers. If you're playing yourself, you don't want your browser to clog up all the resources for your CPU and RAM or your network. Opera GX takes care that that doesn't happen. If that sounds appealing to you, you can find the link to the browser, our affiliate link to the browser, in the description. Thank you very much for the attention, and off to the next game. Let's go. Map number 2. Kaho played so well on game 1. And it's a Mountain King, and it's a Warden. Maybe we gotta get used to that, chat. Because after 20 years, it's super intuitive. But there's a lot of things in this game that are absolutely not intuitive. So no harm in asking. We have the same setup, everybody. It's 40 with the Mountain King. It's Kaho with the Warden. And he's going for that quote-unquote colorful creep route. I assume it's not creeping 2 spots at the same time. But this camp is kind of nice because you can get the orange here. And then you turn your attention to the south if that ancient survives. Exactly.
Ablade's forces are under attack.
Thanks you, you're breathtaking. I try my best, but please don't suffocate watching this stream. Yeah, and then you turn your attention to the south, and that's level 2 point something. In the meantime, though, 40 is working on his expo, and he's trying to be a bit more aggressive, I guess, moving towards the middle where the easy little turtle camps are. circle it again. That puts the Warden in defense mode. She's not moving towards 40's base. Not moving anywhere. We don't see any Huntress play. It's once again a relatively simple one base tech. This creeping phase took more time for Kaho than the one on Northern Isles. So no counter aggression. That means Fortitude's early game is already way more stable than the initial one. And he's also not losing track of the Warden, which is very important. And again, they neutralize each other quite a bit on level 2. With both heroes having strong power spikes on level 3. For Kaho, tech's unfolding. For 40, he gets a super clean expo up. Not a single point of damage. Shutting the door here. They know exactly what to do against each other. First blood drawn by Stormbolt Footman attacks, a bit too far out. Huntress Hall is closing the gap here on the left-hand side. But yeah, very, very calm thus far. Building a shop already just to be safe, as he will need Regen Scrolls against the Fan of Knives. That's pretty much inevitable. Plus having the option to go for Clarity Potions is nice too. Very nicely controlling the middle. Oh, didn't blink dodge. But that's of course an invite to a Fan of Knives. You gotta respect the bash. Are you blinking forward or not? No, no, no. Doesn't have the balls this time. Last second Moonwell. That could have been the end here. Nice idea to pull the Ancient of War into the mix. Kaho gets away with a black eye and fresh Warden. 40 limps away with everything hurt, but he calculated that in. That's what the shop is for. And we got a sweet 5-minute 40 tech. Even faster. 5:30 tech maybe.
Player's forces are under attack.
Time for the Warden to catch up. Nice attack by 40. Jesus, he's countering Kaho quite hard here this game. Warden got the objective at least, got the big XP, got the level 3. But losing a town portal at this stage of the game, I guess ideally at some point you want to sell it to have a little bit of a jump start early, especially when you have blink on the Warden anyway and staffs, etc. But yeah, that was a life-saving TP. Tier 3 almost done, and Kaho has to make some moves, man. Kaho has to make some damage. I was mocked already after game 1. Nah, Neo. The Warden is working, huh? Na. I told you. Yes, that was a very good Warden game on map 1, but Fortitude shows the world on map 2 how to counter a Warden. Also a bit map specific, everything, of course. It's like Kaho is not satisfied with the state of the game at all. What's the play? One big bear bust? But Fortitude has also arrived on tier 2. Wand of mana stealing in this situation can be real nice. Draining mana from the Mountain King, bringing it towards the Warden. But the heal spray is so clutch. Man, he can stay in this fight forever. How many footmen is he gonna lose? Like 3 max? Super sweet timing for 40 to force this fight here. Did Kaho ever cross the middle of the map? Amazing. Amazing Alchemist. Like Thorzane in 2020. He saw it 5 years before everyone. The visionary. He was a visionary with the Pally Rifle. He was a visionary with Alchemist second Eve as well. The genius Marcus.
Forces are under attack.
Body was rich. Town portal, heal scroll, boots. Time for some aviaries now. This is still a bit of a defensive position and the Warden is slowly leveling up. We don't have a Shredder on 40's side. He can't even go into Triple Griffin Aviary right now. And it turned out a bit more bloody than I thought it would. Kaho surely fighting. Trying to go with the counter expansion a lot earlier now. I guess you want to rotate out footmen anyway, but you can rotate them out against creeps, worst case. Not feed them to a Warden. Still, I think with how untouched 40's bases are, he's in a prime position. As he also has time to catch up in levels now. Should actually. Wait, creep jack. Nicely stopped before. But yeah, since all the footmen are gone, you gotta creep with militia. That again hurts the lumber. Shredder has to do some work, and I am very surprised to see a workshop actually. Warden saw it though. Forty is of course known to be a very, very good mech and tank player. Could be a mix. It's level 5. I still feel, even though 40 is at 1800 gold, Warden has to jump onto peasants. And this is a bit of an easy expansion for Kaho. 40 is slacking a bit. And seems like he's getting distracted. One workshop is not doing anything. Feels like 40 completely lost the way. After that fight in the middle. Since when do Human or Fortitude have so much confidence in Mountain King? 2 months, I'd say. Little more. 3 months, maybe. Now the Triple Griffin Aviary. Plan B for 40. Kaho scouted it all. Got rid of the workshop, which is nice for him, of course. And Kaho's Expo is soon up and running. We don't have wisps here. Very interesting to see how different this matchup is compared to a couple of weeks ago. When we had Mountain King and like 10 footies. Constantly jumping on expansions like this and destroying them. Good blink. Why do most humans not build a paladin here? You have healing already. And the source of damage for the Night Elf is area of effect damage with Fan of Knives and Breath of Fire. So one Holy Light wouldn't do too much because all your units are affected. So you pick Alchemist for AoE healing. And then the Blood Mage is a very nice addition if you have that healing already to take mana away. Sick harass during the creep phase. 5-3. Smart Warden. 40 still really wants this one tank at least. Kaho surely needs time. But he held that expo pretty easy, I would say. Can he get the army up? 40 is exploding into supply. It's not the tank. He's going into mortars again, similar to what he did on Northern Isles. There it was a defensive position. I wonder if they work better. And you know what is freaking genius? I just thought of it. Of course, Avatar of Vengeance is a win condition for the Night Elf, right? We know this from Warden games for years. If you play birds, Dragonhawks, Griffins, they don't do any corpses. But then there's still so many corpses because of the Night Elf units that die. But if you have siege attacks, the units splatter. And if a unit splatters, it doesn't leave corpses anyway. Is this mortar a corpse removing technique that 40 is using preemptively against the Warden? I mean, it's great damage. Mortars are good units anyway. Would love to know if that's the reason, or in general the damage is the reason and the corpse removal is just the cherry on top. Blink killed. Big mana on both sides. This time not stolen. Invo potion committed, but not taking any risks. I think this is what Kaho should do. He is buying the time. 74. 72. Doesn't waste, quote unquote, any time with Ancients of Wind. Maybe there's also a couple too many Dragonhawks here. This stage of the game. We're going up to 4 mortars. I have not seen this before. Was this played in the Red Apple Cup? Did anybody see their Red Apple Cup Grand Final? Did 40 play mortars there already? If the Warden kills creeps after level 5, does all the XP goes to the Panda? Nope. The XP is still shared 50-50 between the heroes. The Panda gets 50%. And the 50% that would usually go to a Warden is just gone and deleted. How made it to 80? In the meantime, 40 pushes up to 90. Good. Great shop control. We have 2 heal scrolls on each side. Plus, of course, the Alchemist. But 40 has issues, again, similar to map 1. Getting the heroes up to 3. Underleveled MK, underleveled Alch, underleveled Blood Mage. Okay, big fight. Warden needs to eliminate the mortars, I feel. Book of the Dead even, there is no dispel about it. Love to see the Dryads dancing here. I feel the mortars have very, very, very little impact. Still lots of potential here. Alchemist with the heal spray in the back, but he doesn't reach the mortars. Multi-kill for Warden and Panda. Just keep the heroes alive. Alchemist in trouble. Still supply-wise neck and neck, but without the mortars, what do you do? The Dragonhawks are falling apart. Siphon, nice. Level 2, nice. Can he outdance the Dragonhawks? It very much looks like it. Panda survives at 50%. Stormbolts might turn the tide, but we got level 6 and level 5. Kaho playing out of his mind, and 40 doesn't have the right answers anymore. Alchemist falls while healing. That's a sign. Mountain King dead as well. King Kaho with the cleanest fight. Jesus. He did this so well. Oh my god, was this well fought. Warden onto mortars immediately. Dryads creating just enough space so the mortars don't hit them. Everything is in shambles. The fight is completely messy for 40. And then he dances back. The mortars want to move forward. Doesn't really work. He's trying to heal them. They're out of range. Warden jumps back in. Oh my god. Kaho, I'm in love with you. Oh, we got a guest, everybody. We got a guest, the greatest co-commentator that I could wish to have on this Wednesday afternoon.
Welcome everybody, my name is Soul Apeman, and yes, Nidal versus Human is one of the best matchups in my opinion. It evolved a lot in the new patch, and especially when we have the best Human and the best Nidal playing, according to Dolphin Super League Season 1. Who can say no to this game?
Exactly, especially when Kaho is up 2-0.
Okay, I see the MK for Mr. Fortitude, and it's going to be an expansion creep road, so when you play like that, you are going to expand. I'm expecting farm number 4 soon. Human will creep the green turtles later, and then Neo. That's the magic number. 8 militia will be pulled to the expo. I'm sure about that. And look at this. Kaho is creeping defensively. So usually if you are like want to harass immediately, right? This demon hunter should be creeping in the middle of the maps. Maybe the green camp with the crab. But no, he's creeping at the back. And look at this. He got Clog of Shadows. Clog of Shadow is very important when you can get bolts around. And this is the matchup, because this MK will look for some bolt surrounds indeed.
Okay, and bashes, of course. Respect the bash. Very relatively slow early game here, but maybe you can explain to the people what's different from the human perspective when you play against a Warden and a Demon Hunter. So what does 40 have to change now?
I mean, what Fortitude needs to do, he needs to have a nice expansion attempt, and look at this. This is a different attempt by Kaho. Fortitude knows about this, so Kaho is just creeping. The first rule of Nidal versus Human is you need to deal economic damage, and maybe it's going to be some cheeky stuffing. No, but there is no immolation. It's going to be mana burn. So this is pretty fresh. This is pretty new to me. So you introduce me as some kind of an expert. I just watch a lot of games, and I tell you guys when something is exotic, and this approach to creep the Demon Hunter to level 3 is pretty exotic. Look at this, Neo.
Yeah.
It's going to be mana burn level 3, but level 2 I mean, but no economic damage.
That surprises me as well. Like, we always have mana burn, but usually, as you say, mana burn at immolation and not evasion. Wonder what the reason for that is. We'll see if he can still make it work. Not going for boots, not going for staff. He had the gold, but actively decided not to go for it. I can somewhat understand not staffing across. He was at 50% already. That's not the ideal moment to harass, but instead the Mountain King is trying to buy time.
And the first bolt went through. Can we get mana burn before? Okay, perfect. So double mana burn connected, and so far this mighty MK only threw one bolt, which is not that big, but now the footies are here and they are in the perfect condition. They are brand new and they are ready to squeeze.
The squeezing, the very important squeezing. There we go. Yeah, we've seen these attacks quite a bit. And on Northern Isles, I think this attack came a little bit too early. Now, it's perfectly arriving when he's supposed to build the Ancients of Lore, but with the Mountain King and Footman here, you can't. So already a little bit of a delay. Kaho is pulling back, can't attack in the north. I think this is so far Fortitude's best game.
I mean, but this is also the plan of Kaho, right? Kaho wasn't surprised at any part of the game. Look at this, he's splitting his army now. So Demon Hunter is chasing the main army of Human, and Naga with some archers is crossing the map. Of course, archers can attack the Arcane Tower. Naga really can't, because you don't want to give mana for free. And yes, you mentioned the lords. It's very important to keep them alive. Demon Hunter is getting near the MK, as you mentioned. The first bash went through. I hope that we are synced well. And I like this from the Night Elf perspective. Lords are going up and there is some economic damage.
Yeah. Almost with hybrid laming here. Only Naga archers. 40 has to call militia. That goes into lumber always. Gold workers are falling as well. Militia, of course, strong, but you can't just out-kite them. And the Demon Hunter is strong enough to hold the rest. But is he strong enough to keep these lores up?
Yeah, that's a great question. There is just an Imba Hunter. There is never just, but yes, he has limits. Like Superman had the Kryptonite, and Kryptonite of Kaho is MK and 6 footies, as we can see.
Alright, tier 3 is running though. That's a bit of time lost. This will probably also delay like Dispel or something. But both are a bit delayed. We gotta say, Mountain King, very nice items to be tanky and to heal a little bit. Being slowed down now. Is the hammer strong enough to get the kill? Oh, doesn't look like it actually. Controlled by Naga and Dryad. That second cancel doesn't work. And Kaho? Yeah, he's under pressure. He has to go for a timing, but it's not that bad.
Look at this genius stuff. He stuffed back to the Fountain of Health, so Fortitude is really greedy, you know, he's not spending gold on items. His shop is not even up because of the very little amount of pressure, and that was pretty cool that Cold Arrow slowed down MK attacks, as you mentioned. I thought he's going to cancel it, but we have Cold Arrow, we had poison from the Dryad, and it was enough. And now look at this Creep Jack. It's going to be annoying.
Yeah, constantly multitasking here, Kaho. Very taxing, of course, but very effective. Mountain King is not getting out of control. Level 3, alright. Nice little steal with another mana burn. Kaho bringing the heat and can't get the creep spot in the meantime. Naga's leveling up. We've seen, especially in Yen's games, and you love Yen's games and I love Yen's games, how devastating a high-level Naga can be to a human army.
That's very true, but there is not going. We don't like Zeppelin that much in this matchup from the human perspective. You know, versus Warden, you need to have Zeppelin. So if you buy it in the mid game, is okay. In this matchup, I don't really think at this particular situation it was kind of forced. But that being said, Kaho bought a Shredder as well. He lost a lot of wisps during the harassment period, but it tells me that maybe he's not going to try to make like a big all-in, but he kinda has to. He has one base, but maybe Mr. Neo, this is one of these rare games. I heard legends about games like that, and I saw a few, but they are very rare, that you can actually outvalue human so hard that you stay on one base, human stays on 2 bases, but you stay on 50 supply, you have MGs, you are trading with double orb, as you mentioned, high-level heroes. Maybe it's going to be one of the games like that. Then 1 base Night Elf can win versus 2 base human, but it will take a 20 minutes, okay?
Okay, we'll see about that. Fortitude's tech needs still some time. Archmage is only coming up now. Second lore was a little bit late. Everything was delayed, and lumber is a big issue. We got the Demon Hunter not actively in, but scouting a little bit. He's making sure that Fortitude has no chance to go for the red spot. This Demon Hunter was parked on the high ground for quite some time. And in the meantime, Naga is leveling up. High emphasis on the Fork Lightning. Stonebolt, surround, but doesn't do anything. 40 now with the Shredder in. Oh, he doesn't have a Shredder actually. With low lumber, this will take some time to get up to 70 supply, where the human gets really dangerous.
I mean, his tag is already done, right? So the lumber value will skyrocket full soon. And you know, the earlier Fortitude expects the like the late game approach, because he doesn't know, right? He doesn't know if it's going to be just pure bear approach to like break Fortitude now, or maybe it's going to be, as I mentioned, this longer game plan with MGs. We'll see about that. TP is here. Very defensive TP, and yes, the Zeppelin is in the air, but kinda wrong position. Night Elf is not doing much here, so I think I'm just checking up the lores. Do we see MG upgrades? Not yet.
No, not yet indeed.
So I don't know, maybe he will try to break him, but how? Look, Mr. Neo, like, there is a huge army of humans just waiting to get more and more supply ahead, and this one barrack is nothing. You can afford that.
Yeah, no more rifles. It's only 2. It's not too much piercing damage. On the other side, we only have 1 Dryad. Kaho staying at 50, as you suggested. Going Dispel now. Okay, that's just a bait with the workshop here. That should be an easy cancel. Kaho will have to use a TP at some point. I would be somewhat surprised if not against all the sorcerers. If they can reach a little bit, that should be a guaranteed kill as we don't have a staff. But yeah, he wants that workshop. Is he taking that fight? No way.
There is no way that Nidal will take this fight. He, as you mentioned, he needs to go back. There is no staff of preservation. It means that the bears can die easily. But maybe this is Mr. Kaho's secret. Maybe I was talking about MGs and we are going to see 0 MGs. Hashtag Soul predicted, man. But man, look at the supply. It's 70 supply for human with the heal scroll. Heal scroll is healing militia. And yes, Demon Hunter is looking good, but the bears are dying.
This feels a little odd all of a sudden. We still have the TP to get out. Kaho is clearly making an assessment here and he wanted that fight. He could have portaled out a lot earlier. He is getting a lot of workers killed. Still 15 available for Fortitude and he's burning mana first and foremost. Not too many losses. If he can keep the bears up and exchange a bit of XP, that could be nice. Stormbolt dodged, almost point blank, all the mana used. But Kaho, was that what you wanted? When we look at the supply, yes, absolutely. He got rid of like 15 food of elite that Fortitude had and can replace it with more bears. This is not over.
It's not over, but yes, both players are not going for like super efficient solutions yet, right? So Fortitude is not going for tier 3. Of course, he has bigger issues. He needs to level up his Archmage. He needs to get into this 70 supply army composition. As you mentioned, he's not remaking his barrack. So he says, rifles? I don't need them after the piercing nerf. He's going to play clear mass casters.
Yeah. And we don't get anything except Dryad Bears against this. Demon Hunter and Bears supposed to go for the front line. And then the Naga is like a mana artillery. Careful now, we have a staff. Double orb up, by the way. Lots and lots of damage. A very unfortunate Fort Lightning hitting only one footman. That's not exactly what you want. Gotta be careful about that bash. Demon Hunter can staff back in once he's healthy. If there's Moonwell Juice available. Not the presence of mind for Kaho at the moment. Bears dominate the fight for now as the Naga is controlling the Mountain King really well.
Well, this efficiency game, supply elite is not big, but the bears are starting to get red HP and that's the problem. You need to keep your bears alive. Healing Demon Hunter is easy, but you know, there is not that much moon juice for the bears. The Zeppelin is actually doing quite good. There is healing potion on the Demon Hunter, so he will survive. But let me tell you, pushing into the tower is going to be extremely hard. Bears have limited mana. Archmage got level 2, but there is not that many actually targets to Blizzard. Maybe those 3 bears, maybe, but he's not actually using it. We have a big fight, and let me tell you, Kaho is trading, and maybe even without the MGs, he's outvaluing old MK!
What is going on? Kaho Miracle Man, Wonder Boy unconcealed. Such an effective fight. He's constantly below 50. Was macroing like a god. Every time a unit fell, he immediately rebuilt it. He has 500 gold. Maximum. If he could go for the heal fountain now, that would be ideal, but I think Fortitude is too close to it. He's killing so much with Bears and Demon Hunter alone, plus an amazing Naga.
What makes Night Elf super efficient are Moonwells, right? You make them once, and for like until you have them, they will regenerate moon juice during the night that you can spend later. And you know what? Kaho has 3000 lumber and no wellspring that makes Moonwells better. But wait a moment, it's going to be important fight now. Rand bracers on the Demon Hunter versus MK. That's okay, but look at this. Fortitude lost his boss aura, Mr. Neo. Yes. He's not creep ducking, even he's afraid to engage to 50 supply Night Elf with 64 supply.
That's crazy. Kaho is playing so well, it's ridiculous. 3 bears on the right-hand side. To be safe, he could do a little Night Elf human sandwich here. And 40 is the meat and the bears are hungry. Little bit of a messy situation here. Creeps are waking up too.
Okay, creeps are waking up. Ancient of War is like, but the bears! There is a big hunt. Look at this. The 3 bears are kinda in between of the human army. Everything is slowed down. The bears are dying. Now, efficiency of Mr. Kaho is looking to disappear for a moment, but he still keeps the supply all right. There is no TP. Demon Hunter There is no staff is on cooldown. The start of preservation. Demon Hunter needs to be careful. There's one bear in the GNL form, and bears are dying. One mistake, and your efficiency goes down.
No, oh no, what a fall from grace, man. This game was so nice. The fights were so clean. And then he donates 3 bears and gets wrecked by the Ogre Lord in the middle. Oh, snap. This is how you can throw away a beautifully played game.
Okay, the fight for the Orc Lord continues. MK has mana, and I think this Orc Lord belongs to the human, but we'll see about that. Demon Hunter has full inventory. He can't even pick the item up. But the item is still, of course, inside of the Orc Lord. But experience goes to the Night Elf item. Captain America mask to the MK.
The Demon Hunter slowed. Staff not used here. There's no TP. Wait, if he surrounds... Okay, there is a staff. A second staff available on the Naga. Ooh, Kaho still fighting, but the supply gap is growing and growing. This is the call. Okay, I have to step up into upkeep, and then we prepare one last fight. Kaho still has a solid bank on his gold account, not really on the Moon Wells, as you point out. Pretty much every cast, Wellspring not available. Absolutely correct to point that out. It is a nice upgrade. You should go for it. And
It's a cheap upgrade, and it's mostly lumber, and you have 3,200 lumber. It's like, I'm a millionaire, but I have no shoes. But man, you can... But, and it's winter, like... I know it's annoying, you know, I forget to buy shoes, but it's winter, you will die without shoes. You are a millionaire, you can order them from internet.
yeah, exactly the same. Exactly the same.
And Mr. Neo, who is the most respected Night Elf period? I think it's Moon, right? Like the Night Elf.
Yes.
Yes, so Moon after this game should send a DM to Kaho. Why no Wellspring sad face? You know, to like make him remember this moment forever.
But maybe Kaho is one of these stubborn young people who don't listen to the elder.
Well, I mean, I made my example with shoes in winter. I don't know, we can have a bright young mathematician that doesn't drink water and wants to be the best mathematician. He will die at some point. So there are limits, okay? You need to go for it.
It took Kaho 2 years to realize how good Nature's Ultra Vision is. By the way, he doesn't upgrade that either. At some point, he will learn.
Well, I need to go to China. So
Yeah, exactly. Second
that's
rune.
the only hope. Yes, the Night Elf hope is so. Yeah, the big fight. Let's go.
Exactly. Second rune brace is here, so Stormbolt limited value, but the big value is in Blizzard, trying to take the mana away. Wisp Flood coming in. Stormbolt doesn't do much, but the Wisps do. Fork Lightning, right-hand side, detonate, left-hand side, Demon, healing a little bit. Staff must be ready, is ready. Demon Hunter can staff back in, but Moon Juice is an issue, needs potions. The Bear's gotta carry, but I don't know how.
Naga got level 5. If we are talking about efficiency, is Naga, because this Fork Lightning is grande. Demon Hunter is back. He got Reju, but not for long. Remember, Breakers can still Reju as well, not only Roar. And the trades continues. Naga level 5 can do miracles. The fresh bears are coming. Remember, it's still one base Night Elf forever. Fortitude has so much of like supply ahead, economy ahead, but still the brave Night Elf is fighting. Everything is low. Archmage has to TP. Look at the MK. MK is still under invul. So far, so good for both players. I'm super impressed. And man, let's check the gold, because Mr. Neo, it may be one of those games.
Oh yeah.
3,700 gold is left in the expansion. Now Demon Hunter got level 5. Now we are creeping the rest. Now Night Elf is healing for free. The only fact that is missing is freaking more. I will explain the viewers. Okay, listen to this. You have 3,500 lumber, so you basically pay 75 gold. For 75 gold, you have. During the night, you get bonus Moon Juice regions, like 30% more of Moon Juice every night. And your Moon Wells, they have bigger volume. So it's like, there is no overflowing like issue there. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 Moon Wells now. And during the night, because now we are during the night, now you see the effect. but they are not regenerating as good as they should. It's basically like upgrading this lumber extraction for the workers, you know. On the map without Shredder, you upgrade lumber harvestation with peasants. It's like mandatory, and he's not going for it.
To put it in simple words, a normal Moonwell is like a cheeseburger, but with the Wellspring upgrade, you get a Big Mac menu. And Kaho says, I'd rather have the cheeseburger. That's what's happening here with another attack of 40. These two level 5 Night Elf heroes, man, they are very, very scary. The fighting positions by Kaho also extraordinarily well done. But 40 positions on the high ground. I really like that. We had a high ground fight before. This was disadvantageous for Fortitude. Now, shoes on the other foot.
What Kaho wants to do now is trade a little bit and go back to his Moonwells to regenerate. Good luck with that. Ladies and gentlemen, Naga level 5. Naga level 5. Eyes on the Naga until there is mana on the Naga. And look at this Fortitude knows that. He's like, bro, you are going to fry me with this 4 gliding. I'm going back. He's waiting to get the gold advantage. Look at this. He wants to break to 100 supply. He's making another farms. So I think the plan is to get 2,500 gold that he still has, you know, in his expansion, and then fight with maybe double the supply, which is actually not possible because it's 59 supply of Cow. But Cow is regenerating, and now he can't afford Wellspring because he has 14 gold.
Yep.
It's cost 75.
Okay, that's it. 60 food is the max at the moment, but the tree is moving over. On the other side, the main base for 40 is empty as well. As you said, the expansion. 3.5 minutes of mining. I feel like Fortitude needs this third expansion in the middle.
I mean, the plan of Fortitude, again, I think he's making farms, right? And he made those farms for a reason. I think he wants to just make 100 supply and push into the expo of Cow, basically. But if he will fail, that's going to be GG, basically. Okay, Shredder joined the party. He's like, okay, Cow is like, I have 4,000 lumber. I think is enough for this game, right, Shredder? You have a holiday now. And Shredder is like, okay, what is my holiday? Ah, you are most likely going to die in 1 second to rifle caster damage. That's your reward for your hard work. Typical Night Elf.
Yeah, first he buys machines to slaughter the brothers of the trees and now throws that away as well. But Fortitude, man, he's looking really good now. Blizzard level 2, 3 heal scrolls, Invo potion where it's necessary. Still the 5/5 heroes, but the Demon Hunter didn't make any big progress, and I think Fortitude did a good job in getting out of fights before there's too many casualties, so the Demon Hunter doesn't rise towards level 6, because when there's no Blood Mage, we all know how devastating Metamorphosis can be. And no slots available for Kaho either, and I think Fortitude is striking right when the iron is hot. 84 supply, maxed out, Militia is coming as well. I would be surprised if Kaho survives, yes.
I mean, but if he does, it's GG. If he survives this, Human has no gold, right? He has no gold. As you mentioned, there is possibility of expanding in the build. Okay, Demon Hunter in a dangerous position. Remember that staff doesn't work great because it teleports you to location where there is no Moonwells. There's invisible MK. It's all about the position. When you have armies that big, it's all about the position. We have the Roar. We have Demon Hunter in front. Can we control the Archmage? Sometimes you go for Tinker first, but you can't afford Tinker first now. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the time. Let's go.
Oh, Demon Hunter catches the Stormbolt right away. Fork Lightning kills Militia. Wisp detonates coming in as well. Demon Hunter a bit confused, not using the staff, but rather moves to the left-hand side, which I think is nice. Mortar's uncontrolled for now, and that is so much damage. Bear's trying to march forward. The heal scrolls are super nice. So is the Blizzard. 8,000 damage already. Demon Hunter was away from the party for a long time. Doesn't even recognize his friends anymore. Some are missing arms, legs, noses, whatever. A little bit of kiting for 40. Close to level 5 Mountain King as well. He's just waiting for the next mana to be, for the next Stormbolt to be available. Here it is, level 5, mana potion, and kaboom! Despite the rune braces, that shouldn't be enough to stay in that fight. And it's twice the supply now, and Fortitude will very, very likely get the first win of the series. Naga falls, Demon Hunter as well, and Fortitude can still win games against Kaho.
I mean, it's interesting that you can, when you play MK, it's a little bit harder to creep the Mercamp, right? But if you bolt this healer guy, you know, it's also quite alright. You can cycle red HP militia, because usually what elementals are doing the tanking, but mercs are important, as you can see, and that's what Fortitude is going for. In the meantime, let's see what Demon Hunter is going to do. He is going to harass directly. This is too big of a camp to ignore.
That could be juicy. Wonder if we see some changes in the skill build, because we played without immolation in game 1. Now we're holding that skill for now. Let's see. Wisp in, a little bit of a detonate, and this looks like a juicy immolation. Yeah, and Kaho is not letting go of that opportunity. First kill, second kill, third kill, almost. Okay, saves it for
needs
now.
to be careful. One more kill and he will get level up. But this is Fortitude magic. Look at this micro. Can he keep the peasants alive? Look at this. He's keeping them alive. The bash on top. And Demon Hunter will have to go back on level 1. Or maybe not. He's going for the priest. The priest died to the creeps. Demon Hunter 15 HP. He wants to get the level up. Oh my god. He survives.
Kaho is crazy. What the hell? How does he have the guts to stay in this situation, man? This guy is so confident. He's going in again. He's mad. He is officially mad. So much damage done. Kaho feels like he's 10 feet tall right now and doing so much damage.
You know those like check your ancestry kits, you know, like
yes.
you. So when Kaho would do it, he would find out that he's like 15% related to Sonic.
15% Sonic, 50% Genghis Khan. By how much murder he committed right here. And he's still hungry. He wants more.
Yeah, Sonic is well known for those aggressive plays. The more red HP bar on Demon Hunter, the better. When Mr. Sonic really feels that he's playing good Warcraft. And Mr. Neo, look where that militia is going to the middle. It's Mr. Fortitude and Rage. Why militia is going to the middle? Is it like tower rush? Is he tower rushing? Where is the lumber mill? It's not an expansion, it's pure aggression. How are you reading this? Yeah, he's tower rushing. He's tower rushing. He's like, I lost too many workers. I can't go to the late game versus this guy. Look what is happening.
Okay, that doesn't seem too confident. We've seen some tower rushes in the past by Sock, by Starbuck. Sometimes it works, but with an MK, we'll see about that. Good for Fortitude, though, that this Huntress Hall is up for grabs and that the Moonwells are empty. Very few archers only. This actually might work.
Oh, the shop is going up already, and the best part of having tier 2 is that if you are under pressure, you can buy healing potions. So what Kaho needs to do, he needs to be patient, right? I know the tower, singular, is going up, but there is time to get a second hero, like Panda. There is time to start healing, not from the Moonwells, but from the healing potions, and Kaho needs to be patient. I know that it looks shaky, but you know, it's like the first part is over, then it's quite fine.
Yeah, Panda, second hero, bought from the tavern with the wisp that came from the left-hand side. Bit of immolation, and we double down on the fire with the breath. Onto the tower, onto the workers. If the tower and the workers are gone, there's no advantage anymore. Also got a Berserker on Fortitude side, though, for a little bit of extra damage. So, I mean, what do? You don't have defense, you don't have a tower, you don't have level 3, you don't have mana. Demon Hunter's healthy, Panda is healthy, Archer's in a secure spot. And the Ancient is helping too. Is that just checkmate?
That's looking pretty good. There is one more healing potion on Demon Hunter. Bravo Fire is so juicy. And Kaho is making an Ancient of Lore. He's like, man, I want to go bears. You can't do nothing. I hope you are taking. And Fortitude, as I'm not taking, I'm dying.
Yeah, looks like it. Bye-bye tower. No chance. And this Mountain King also down to 1/3. Demon Hunter with every slice shaving this up. And it, boom, GG, Kaho. 3-1. What a ballsy play with the Demon Hunter towards the mercenary camp, but how well he did this. It's glorious to watch. And now Kaho has 3 chances to get his first win over Fortitude in over 3 months. We got some Wisp scouting, Footy scouting, a little bit annoyance. Can Kaho strike as hard as he did on Last Refuge is the question.
So far, so good for both players. No mistakes here. Demon Hunter is immolation. And look at this. Okay, is it free? How many units he can immolate? He's in... Oh, that's beautiful. Look at this. That's so efficient. Immolation is an AoE spell and he's connecting with every monster.
Very good damage already. 600, 700, tick, 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 tick. Mountain King taking the green before the expo, so buying some time for Kaho, basically. Item is a Periapt, which makes healing very efficient for Kaho if he drops it before using the Moon Juice. And it's also close to level 2. It will be level 2 with this Footman. Oh, a little bit of a gift by 40.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. And yes, Demon Hunter is crossing the map immediately. Fortitude went for level 2 creep road. And now he has to expand. He's making farm number 4 and then Arcane Tower. It screams expansion. But yes, Kaho now is like thinking what to do. He has a scouting wisp. His Demon Hunter is awaiting. You look. It's like, okay, I'm just waiting for a good position. You can't get bolt surrounded here. That's why Demon Hunter is constantly like in this defensive position. The first mana burn connected, and is Fortitude changing his mind? He can, but it would be very rare to see if human at this position will not expand. No, he's pulling militia, but he's pulling a lot of militia.
Oh man, and the Demon Hunter has the time to go for boots or staff. And nothing is happening. Fortitude is losing time by the second, basically. Militia goes to the expo as you suggested, but Kaho is already taken.
Right, he's taking fast, but look, there's a huge amount of militia, and to be honest, as Kaho, I don't know what to do. He's like, okay, I will try to be on the edge and maybe good things will happen, but it's so scary to engage into army like that.
We have a wisp for more mana burn if he wants to donate it, so all of a sudden there's no Stormbolt anymore. Demon Hunter can roam freely now with an additional mana burn. That's his time to shine, but the time for immolation is over. No mana anymore. I think he can just try to do as much damage as possible, hope to not get bash surrounded, and then come again with tier 2.
Yeah, Kaho is doing what Kaho should. He's buying time, and now he's looking for 2 peasant kills. The smart peasant going to the gold mine. One of them got denied, and another one will die. Let me tell you, Kaho is so ahead. Expansion is not going up. Lumber on Fortitude maybe looks big because it's 300, but he has so many like lumber expenses piling up. And again, Kaho is looking magnificent.
Oh, double bash. Careful. Play around it. Tier 2, almost done. Unfortunately, the Huntress Hall is late, but he's short for resources anyway. Shadow Priest and Berserker and Boots that all cost a lot. So he's gonna go for second hero, Panda, Naga, probably Naga. Then push again and then build the lores. It should still line up.
I mean, you know, there is opportunity for counter expansion, but I don't think so. As you mentioned, it's probably going to be Naga pressure. There is even one archer hidden at the tavern for that very reason. Look at the Moon Juice. This Demon Hunter is full mana, full HP, and Mr. Neo Arcane Tower is going to be up, so it's not going to be a grande disaster, but Naga is here, and Naga means map control.
Yeah, and Fortitude's tech timing, like when's he supposed to tech? Ideally, 6-minute expo, 6:30 is good. Now we're at 5 minutes 45 and the expo isn't even up, so you can't even think of a tech. This is dangerous for 40, but he's a very good defensive player. He's in no rush most of the time, and he's used to these situations. And then he must be used to figuring out a way here. But yeah, we have a somewhat similar situation than on Concealed Hill. Naga pressure, Archer pressure, but 40 is not falling for it.
Well, the economic damage is very meaningful, but yes, Kaho knows his limitation as well. So as you can see, he's splitting his army, so the range army without mana can be exposed versus for Arcane Tower, right? And the rest of the army, which is heroes, they can't be exposed really, and that's why we have this weird dance. And MK is going for the Naga. Can he kill her?
Counter blocked by the Shadow Priest, but blocked again. Needs to free her somehow. TP, or is he just letting her die? Maybe a deny. This goes on the cost of 2 footmen. Good experience for the Mountain King. Mana burnt, of course. Another militia call with which is another deny or delay for the tech.
Bash, the bash. The Ice Troll Berserker, he's super important. This prime DPS, he wanted to die to the creeps, but he didn't. It actually worries me even more than Naga dying. Not really, but this is super important, and Fortitude is getting a little bit back. He killed a lot of units, and you see how important is to be patient, right? Out of the sudden, MK appeared with a bolt, Naga died, and because Kao was trying to keep the Naga alive, the very expensive Merc died as well.
True, that was a great moment to attack for 40 and well executed. But we look into the bases and we see that both players are teching. Nothing special in that regard. But the tier 2 tech by 40 is slower than the tier 3 tech by Kaho. Infinitely ahead and still some room for the bear attack for Kaho coming up.
And Kao is saying to us that yes, he doesn't want to creep. He thinks that he has enough of experience for now. He's just going to try to be around, to be aggressive and trade until he has bears, but maybe he's overdoing it. MK has no mana. Of course, mana potions are not available on tier 1. But yes, this is Kao decision. And I love the shop and Moonwell position. Look at this. Kao says it's going to be one hit all in. I'm not going to expand, and I'm not even going to go back to my base on foot. I'm going to buy Staff of Preservation. I'm going to staff my units there. Nobody's pulling back.
Well, you love some building positions. I love Mr. Backhead, who's coming in with the 5 gifted subs. 216 already. You absolute saint. Glad you enjoy the show. What,
yeah, shout out to Mr. Bucket. I'm a big fan as well, let me tell you that, and super nice guy, so shout out for you, and thank you for enjoying Warcraft 3. And what human players are not enjoying is this Demon Hunter. When you have a lot of footies, they die so quickly. And look at this, Kao even brought the Ancient of War. This is so great. But look at this, the shop has been cancelled. That's so important. There is no orb, there is no stuff. Of course, the Moonwells are empty, but still, you need your orb.
Yeah, 1 minute delay. That cost a lot of time. Nice little rogue footman squad took care of that. No guard tower here to do much against the Ancient. What worries me a lot is Kao didn't get any experience in a long time. No level 2 mana burn, no fork lightning whatsoever. 40 is doing a great job in not giving Kao anything.
Yeah, but the Kao decided to not creep, right, on purpose, so he just needs level 3 Demon Hunter, that's it, and, you know, Fork Lightning on level 1 is not that great, right, so if somebody tells me Soul is like Naga level 1, good enough, I would say yes, it's about the bears. As you can see, the bears are ready to morph, Demon Hunter is ready to mana burn, and the question is how much time Fortitude can buy before his expansion will die. As you can see, Ancient of War is on the job. As you can see, the shop is almost ready, and the bears are here. Kao, like, look at this efficiency. He keeps one bear in the druid form in the middle like a healer. You know, he's like, I'm playing the healer spec. I'm not a bear. I'm druid of the claw. Call me like that.
He's a care bear. He takes care of the others. And yeah, I like that a lot. And now the mana is empty and now he's morphing. This is of course a lot of repair, a lot of lumber invested here. The Ancient is nice. It's only a lot of footmen. There's no priests, no swords, no breakers, and the economy is suffering a little bit. Question is, how long can Kaho uphold this push, and when is he starting to do significant damage?
Fortitude is waiting for the first casters. He has big supply lead, but remember, the supply lead is made from footies, and footies versus bears is not a good combination. Another roar used, another bear, a care bear, you called that spec, yes. Demon Hunter is in trouble a little bit. Not really, there is no dispool. Every Reju is like basically big mana, big healing potion that's so efficient. Demon Hunter and one bear are keeping human busy while the other bears are stopping the expansion from mining. Fortitude needs to act now or it's too late.
It's all you need, man. A Demon Hunter and Reju. That is all you need. Lin felt that as well. Mana burn again. This time a little... Oh, it's not even level 2. He has level 2 evasion and immolation. Unfortunately, no mana. Bears are getting slaughtered, but the gold peasants are gone. Lovely surround by Fortitude. Bear dead. Naga finally level 2. It's such a close game here, man. But the Demon Hunter is still full HP, and that's the main problem for 40.
And the mana on bears is low. That's an issue. And look at this Ancient of War, by the way. This Ancient of War is still there. And remember, it's Cow. He needs to, from time to time, go for it at 3 ability. But now the fresh bear is here. Can we keep the other bears alive? We'll see about that. Cow got what he wanted. Expansion is out of order. And, you know, you feel very bad when you go to the toilet. And it says toilet is out of order, okay? So this is how Mr. Fortitude is feeling. But he has toilet at home, but he doesn't want to go back home. He used to fight here. He has to fight it, but there are bears.
What the hell, dude? Yeah, the bears, though, don't look that healthy anymore. And the first breaker are here, so the Reju can be stolen. And that breaker is maybe bringing some security. The Expo can be reestablished. The Ancient of War is finally gone. And now Kao is standing there on 1 base on 40 food, and Fortitude is taken over. One of the greatest defensive players that we got in the scene shows it once again. Knew exactly when to engage, how long to stall time. The late tech wasn't a massive issue. Kao had some good ideas, but not good enough.
Well, so far so good. So Fortitude is doing what he should do. He should creep. He needs Archmage level 2. Definitely he needs to unlock this Blizzard. But look at Kao. He is keeping his bears super healthy. He made sure to drink all of the moon juice. He invested into double orb already. Double orb of venom is like 700 gold almost, right? So the fact that he's behind in supply by 6 is not that meaningful. There's still some footies that are completely like awful. And Kao is going for again this crazy game of efficiency. He thinks that he dealt enough damage, you know, to have time to creep Naga level 3. And yes, now when the armies are bigger, Naga level 3 is definitely very needed. What is inside? Round braces again to keep Demon Hunter alive a little bit longer. That's fine. And now, is it going to be another attempt to push, or it's going to be this crazy, I creep level 5-5, I stay on 1 base game? We'll see about that.
Mountain King getting caught. Needs a tele staff. There's no cancel on Kaho. Also staffs directly to his army, so he can continue to fight. We do have Blizzard now. The supply gap, as you say, isn't that big, but it's a nice army by 40. Blizzard is strong. Bash. Careful. Might be time for the potion soon. He drops his circlet before the potion. Okay, talking about efficiency. Trying to dodge the Blizzard. Fortitude doesn't like the fighting position. And with that, the dust settles. But again, big damage done. No heal scroll. Kaho has a lot of gold, and there are heal scrolls available.
Yeah, but look at Scroll of Regen by Fortitude. That's also amazing. Very cheap, 100 gold only. I wonder if Kao can basically click on the Town Hall. Probably not. And yes, the longer a game goes like that, the better for the human. 1 heal scroll has been acquired. Invisible MK is checking out the situation. Looks like Kao wants to fight. There is not that many militia even to pull, so what we see on the screen is basically everything. Demon Hunter is looking for the human heroes. I think clicking on this main is a bad idea. There is too many workers and they are operational. And Mr. Kao is pulling back. He's like, okay, this guy is a nice defensive position. Let's creep in front of him.
You can get level 4 to get finally level 2 mana burn. That is absolutely necessary. Mountain King still invis for quite some time. Can be as a surprise, and he stole it from downtown. Fortitude's timing, well done. Can't prevent level 4, but you know, little exclamation mark here. And invis again. Very early adept upgrade for the Sorks, and it's working out beautifully for that MK.
Okay, we are retraining for evasion mana burn, so Demon Hunter again is going back to this tank role, basically. Evasion is like 20% more toughness, that's pretty good. Where is the main? Human army is a little bit out of position. I think if Kao would knew, he may click on the main because it's so tempting and combine it with the Shredder maybe, but Kao is not as crazy. It's not that easy to kill this main, and you know, 2 seconds out of position, then bam, Blizzard, Bolt, slow, all of your bears are out of position, dying. And Kao is basically pulling back, and look at the supply. 30 supply lead for the human player. I'm not even kidding. It's 30 supply.
Yeah, he needs to come up with a solution quickly. 40 is not allowing any creeping for that devilish level 5 that we've seen on Concealed. Feels like 40 is in full control now. He will get to level 3, and then we have the weapon of mass destruction that is Blizzard. We have these beautiful chokes on Springtime. Beautiful from the human perspective. Horrible from the Night Elf perspective, because the bears will all clump up. So are the breakers, but the breakers don't care. Blizzard does friendly fire, but the breakers are magic immune, so Blizzard doesn't hit them. And that's now the big problem for Kaho. A, he has 20 food less, as you said, and where to fight? Not here.
And the longer it goes, the worse, right? He's not longer getting sweet value on 50 supply. As you mentioned, there is mana burn level 2. That's why MK is a little bit, controlled here. I'm not even going to start my speech about Nature Blessing. Not Nature Wellspring. This is 1000 lumber and no Wellspring. I mean, some things you just can't change. It's like talking about weather in winter. It's very rarely sunny, but who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, big fight is here. Naga is exposed, and look at this Blizzard!
It is the perfect solution, man. On Springtime, it's so hard to find a position where there's no choke. If this Archmage is left alone, he will almost destroy these bears by himself. New bears are coming in for some reju, but also very quick dispels. Excellently done by 40. There's one heal scroll against one heal scroll, and that should always be in favor of the human. Level 3 Archmage makes the Blizzard even worse. It feels like a little bit of a Hail Mary to go for that Archmage now, but the Demon Hunter is controlled well with the bashes. Mana burn, alright, but as long as the Archmage is safe, we should be fine. And that's a ripper! Demon Hunter falls. These bears are not looking good. They're all on a silver platter in here for this Archmage to take him home. 5,000 damage. The Mountain King survives on level 5. And that's the next kill here. 40 strikes back. And Kaho did not win this series yet.
As we saw, a lot of squeezing by the Night Elf, but at the end of the day, if your opponent gets double the income or almost double the income, then there will be issues, right? Maybe Kaho should stop pressuring and start creeping, more efficient, but in the end, it was too late. And I think in this particular case, Wellspring wouldn't be that important, but still, Kaho. You need to squeeze. He drops the circlet before using healing potions, and he doesn't go for Wellspring. Give me a break.
This was introduced by Moon at some point. You build the Ancient here, then you blink from here to here. That saves you 20 seconds because you don't have to walk around. And you get level 2 from that camp anyway. So you can invest Blink immediately, as the main target here is Magic Immune. So then is maybe the only time where Blink first does make sense.
And look at the tunnel progress, already going.
Okay, this time we're not eating through from both sides, but one side has to do all the work, just like me in university group work.
Well, we have a scouting footman. Fortitude knows exactly what's up. And this is a very tight situation, but usually tunnels are tight. And this footman, he's going in, mamma mia.
Okay, he's getting punished for that with the Shadow Strike. Extra, oh, it wasn't extra XP. Maybe the Ogre got it? That's very annoying. The repair is risky, but Kaho knows exactly how to do it and how far to take it. And we have a big mana potion.
And Neo, you mentioned about tower rushes, and I was like, Fortitude is never aggressive. He's not expanding, he's crossing the map with MK level 1. Is it like a one-base human? What is going on here?
I'm not too sure. This doesn't seem too great, but we'll see about that. Shadow Strike versus Mountain King, not as efficient, as the Mountain King is tanky anyway. Archers move to the side, creep still up. Feels like 40 might need some mercs here himself, but he gets the first one. Boom, and that's level 2 for him. Oh, the deny on the Footman class, but also the Shadow Priest. This is some high-level Warcraft here.
And it's a pretty tight situation. Okay, I'm still impressed that Ancient of War is alive. And Kaho clicked first, the Forest Troll Berserker. Fortitude needs to run back, and he's still not taking. He's expanding, but it's going to be so late. That's so weird.
Yeah, tech is running for Kaho. This was a massive time investment for 40. He is somewhat close to the right-hand side where he wants to expand anyway. He got a lot of lumber without any militia calls. That's also fine. But Kaho weathered the storm, man. That was dangerous to a degree. But the warden...
Check the item. He has big, the Nidelf has big mana potion, and he can go for Shadow for Fan of Knives level 2 if he wants, right? Because he didn't skill the second spell yet. And I'm a little bit afraid about this expansion that Mr. Fortitude is working on, but still, he needs one more camp.
Okay. Can get that on the way there. There's 2 green spots in between. Mountain King got a Ring of Regen. The best you can get against the Shadow Strike. Except movement speed, I guess. But Warden with Boots is no rare sight either. Ancient of War, second Ancient of War is being kept busy as well. Excellent creeping by Kaho, not a single deny. Under a stressful situation, that was lovely. And the Wisp is scouting. 40, what are you doing? Are you teching already? What do I have to be afraid of? Built like Kaho is playing similar to Northern Isles, where he didn't jump on the expansion, but went straight into the base. But 40 has learned the lesson and got an Arcane Tower up now.
Okay, so the plan is to go invisible after every Fan of Knives, basically, and there is a shop growing inside of the human Nidelf human base. Mana potion used, but it's a big expense. MK is back. But I think we have a full base wall of situation, but you know what? Those footies are like bodyguards, basically, and the warden is stuck.
Correct. So what the footmen are doing here is to fill the max damage cap of Pen of Knives. Can only hit 6 units at max, and is targeting the footmen then first and foremost. But it's still a lot of time where 40 isn't mining. Well, she's stuck now, forced into a TP thanks to a reveal. And this time, for the first time, Kaho is counter-expanding early.
Well, I would like to highlight the counter-expansion position. So I remember when I was like, learning how to play all of the races, because I want to be this universal caster. You called me a random player. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am a random player. Well, first time I saw this expert position, I was like, what? Is it worth it to make this in the middle of the map and then walk? But with Nature Blessing, you can do it, and it is a very safe position for the expansion. So, okay, Mr. Kaho, if you wish, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and you talked a lot about tunnels, and there will be another tunnel from this tree through the forest, and then...
Hopefully, in Chinese community, they always talk about this. I mean, I don't know the language, but I see when Mr. Magic Yang is casting some games on Hammerfall, there is always opportunity to dig a tunnel with expansion while connecting to the kobolds, but nobody does it, and I see from time to time Magic Yang clicking on those trees that that the Tree of Life has to eat. But yes, I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, the Creepjag is here. Warden wants levels, and Warden is not going to get any levels, and the Creeps, they got revenge on the Ancient of War. One of the Ancient of War is dead.
Super nice timing by 40 here. With the footman alone, disrupting the so important creep spot. Fan of Knives is there, but we saw the big mana is gone. High value target is the Shadow Priest, and he got that, but a solid number of footmen still. 5 working on 6, teching, that all seems in line. Did 40 see that expansion already? Does he have a suggestion, as there's no other unit on the map? We'll see about that.
Warden!
Oh, no TP! Oh no! Stormbolt is ready.
She's dead.
Is she? Is she? Muddy!
Muddy!
Life saving, the life insurance of Kaho. This little handsome guy.
Mamma mia. This Muddy. And look at MK's escaping from Muddy. Muddy is a god. Mamma mia. Everybody, guys, if somebody has Muddy icon, spam it. Muddy, back to Warcraft Muddy, he deserves this.
Exactly.
He saved the Warden, he saved Mr. Kaho, and indeed, there is another tunnel, Mr. Neo, you were right.
Oh, thankfully, this accelerates things a little bit, but 40 stabilized a lot, I would say.
I mean, there's no natural blessing, so it will take forever, but...
True. Yep, he really doesn't like any upgrades. In the meantime, 40's tech is done in 10 seconds. We have a lumber mill, we have a blacksmith. We'll see if that's mass air once again. So far, Kaho shut that down expertly. A couple of mercs moving back to the left-hand side now, and 40 should have an idea of what's going on, and that he...
I mean, he just scouted with reveal. The expansion, there was nothing. But I think he will expect, he will scout again, because yes, this expo is so slow, and yes, now we are creeping, and Mud is slowing Orc Magi, who is the apex predator, huh?
Yeah, what about your bloodlust now, slow fella? We get a Blood Mage against this. Tier 3 is on the way for Kaho, of course, as well. Warden level 4, nice progress. Good scouting here with the Ancients, that's at the moment their best usage. And he scouts that there is a Zeppelin.
I mean, Zeppelin is amazing versus Warden, right? And you can also use Zeppelin late game versus Warden laming. So now you'll use Zeppelin to keep low HP footies and maybe even low HP hero. Or maybe to do Zeppelin drop. Remember, of course, the Dryads they can reach. Their slow doesn't work on the Zeppelin. But the Muddy is slowing down Zeppelin as well. Look at this Muddy. He's a nightmare. When Fortitude is going to finish the stream, you know, he'll close the stream. He will like, this Muddy. This Muddy. He will creep, I don't know, on last refute the Mer camp to just take revenge on Muddy, the Mud Golem.
The opposite side, of course, for Kaho. He will have sweet dreams with Muddy. Everybody's dream.
He will go outside and he will find a brown rock and he will bring it home, you know, like keep it on his desk. Oh, the reveal! One more, he's dying, no! He survived, what about the Warden?
Wait a
the
minute!
Warden is surrounded!
Wait
but
a minute!
Riju.
Oh, sick Riju, can she staff? Can she stay? What are you doing here?
She's dead! Or is she?
Is she? Roar? He's trying everything! Another fan? No! The grand disaster! What the hell is going on in this game? Warden dead, and now the bears are all there by themselves! Muddy is finally getting punished by Fortitude. He gets his revenge. This was such a nice trap, but the Warden at the worst possible place, at the worst possible time.
I think Mr. Cow like outsmarted himself, you know? It's like, I will get this Zeppelin and then... Oh, look who is coming back! It's Warden.
Okay, at half HP, no mana, no potions, nothing. Oh man, oh man, oh man. 1500, 1600 gold by 40. That was so close to a disaster by both sides. Imagine both players just GG out at the same time. There was potential for that. But now we have a game again.
I mean, the good part for the Night Elf is that he is on double base and is a pretty comfortable position when you have this. But Fortitude will start his dance between laming and creeping. As you can see, he has 2 workshops in his main base. And he's now adding Gryphon Aviaries. So at this stage of the game, what Human is usually doing, he will produce like 2, 4, maybe 6 tanks in general. He'll send them to attack Moonwells to force some defensive structures. And in the meantime, he'll try creeping with 1 Knight and maybe 2 Gryphons. And at some point, and Fortitude is of course the S-expert when, he will decide to switch to the fighting army. But the biggest issue I see is Warden being under-leveled. Warden would love to start laming peasants now. There is tier 3, there is anti-magic potion. Without level 5, it feels late. And of course, the Night Elf dream is to get a second hero, because this map is so big that yes, indeed, you can get even a second hero after creeping 1 hero to level 5.
Yeah, should be the Panda once again. Pocket chances for a Tinker. We'll see what Kaho is going for. He is one among the pro players, I think, the biggest fan of the Tinker, but yeah, Panda still has some place in the meta. Then how else would you prepare? We do have an Ancient of Wind already, so Fairy Fire can be used against tanks, which is great. Ancients of War would be nice, and we see that at the Expo. That's also great. Will all of that appear in time, is the question.
Yeah, Panda is ready, but tanks are ready as well. And yes, Warden, by the way, Sobi Mask on Warden, that's the best thing that can happen to the Warden player, especially on Twisted Meadows when the games are so long. Now Warden has Blink, because there was a reskill technology, let's say. And now it's the dance. Who is going? And the new Muddy is coming, and his job is simple: slow down the tanks, Muddy.
Yeah, and the first Talon is coming as well. So there are good debuffs against these tanks, even though the bears still have to provide the damage. We're optimizing our army a little bit on the human side. The footmen did the job. They got time off now. Have fun, boys. And
where they go to their time off?
Bora Bora, of course. Where else would you go when you want to have a good time? Maybe Krasnov.
Krasnov?
Is that not where you live?
It sounds like that, yes. It more sounds like some dish that you buy in like some fancy restaurant, but thank you.
How do I say it correctly?
I mean, it's almost there. Krasnov.
Krasnov. Oh, sorry.
At the end. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, look at these cannon towers. If somebody asks me, Saul, I want to see something exotic, what kind of replay I should download to see cannon towers in action in pro game? It's usually Twisted Meadows Human versus Night Elf, because when Human wants to get game base number 3, he's buying 2 Ivory Towers and he's upgrading them into Cannon Towers. Killing Cannon Towers is extremely hard for Night Elves because of the fortified armor type. And the Night Elf is around, so maybe we are going to see some dead Cannon Towers, who knows?
Okay, nice staff. Blood Mage is getting punished for stealing the mana, but only for so long. We got a pendant of mana, by the way, as we talk a lot about mana. This Mountain King is very smart, has a lot of juice, but is leaving his cannon towers alone. Panda has a TP, can react to this push, which is a pretty big push, actually. 4 tanks, Griffins, Knights. Kaho is in a world of trouble.
Yeah, Kaho uprooted his Tree of Life is basically to make it more durable versus tanks, but less durable versus Gryphons, and those huge Gryphons are killed the Expo, but Blood Mage has fallen as well. Of course, there is a TP on the Human, but Human Fortitude, he's starting to lose units. One of the Knights went down, and there is a huge experience for the Warden as well. But of course, the gold lead goes to the Human. And let's check the supply. But the Night Elf is already on 70 supply. Of course, gold is very valuable, but the fighting army is looking pretty good for Kaho. And is he ready to start attacking the workers now? Not really. And look at this. There's only one Zeppelin in Mr. Fortitude possession. So there would be super good position for some Fan of Knives economy damage. But without magic potion, anti-magic potion, without invul, it's going to be quite hard to make Warden work.
Very good scouts here. Warden sees the tanks. Wisp sees more towers right hand side. We finally got one of these classic Twisted Meadow wars again. Looking very, very, very good. Panda is getting the levels up as well with 2 auras. Can't hurt. Warden chasing workers. Doesn't like, there's no building permit here for Fortitude on the bottom right hand side. And we're approaching the 20-minute mark. Slowly but steady, you have to think about more income. Love the Fairy Fire and Muddy combination. Tanks not too impactful here. Is 1 tank enough to kill this tree?
He has level second attack upgrade, and there's one ancient. Well, another tank will be enough probably. And in the meantime, Human is creeping. But eyes on the Expo, guys. What do you think? I think it's going to be cancelled, but who knows? Maybe Muddy will do some Muddy magic.
Muddy magic saving the game again. Lots of normal damage is very good against tanks. You get that from Bears and Ancient. Minus armor from Talons and slow from Muddy. A dream combo for Kaho.
Man, it worked!
Yeah.
Without Muddy, this would be so dead. But man, this Muddy deserves the medal.
That's
again,
why
Kaho.
He's the mascot. That's why we have B2W Muddy.
Go outside and buy the... find a rock. But ladies and gentlemen, if the tanks can't do it, what about the entire Human army? And that's what exactly happened. So Fortitude is keeping Kaho on 1 base. Where is the Panda? Panda is on level 3. Panda is chunky. Panda needs to get into position. Remember that Breath of Fire has a worse range now, so we need to get into position, and Human is teleporting out before Panda arrived.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This reminds me, you know, this Panda... Imagine I'm the Panda and I go grocery shopping. And at checkout, there's usually a lot of old people in front of me paying with their pennies, so I'm stuck behind them for 10-15 minutes. And the old people were the dryads and I was the panda. I feel very sympathetic with that.
I have even better story, Mr. Neo. But I don't know if it's a good time to share it, but yes, some old people, they don't respect the queue, okay? And in some situations that I'm in, I'm always like, okay, if I don't stay in front of the door where I'm like waiting for some appointment, they will go in front of me, okay? So I need to hold my place on hold position. If you take a walk, you know, because you usually wait for like a long time, they will just be in front of you, and I'm a person that don't like to argue, you know, so I'll just say, okay,
Yeah.
I will wait 1 hour longer.
Okay, yeah. It's, whatever floats your boat. But hold position in real life seems like a good ability to use. Just like Fan of Knives against the workers of 40, slowly crawling towards level 6. We'll get mana back in no time with that Sobi, but we have another clash on the left-hand side. Warden has a staff. Panda has an Orb of Venom, can attack, Orb of Darkness, can attack air units now as well. Little help. That dodge didn't work. Suck. Good drain. But not a situation to fight for 40, or is it?
I mean, 40 is one base ahead. He's currently working out the Night Elf expansion, but now Panda and Warden, they can do the magic. Look at the amount of AoE damage. Even though there is one heal scroll used, there is triple Staff of Sanctuary. Still, the air units may start dying. Both players are trading hard. Warden got level 6, and now this Warden is going to take some revenge in one of the human bases. And you mentioned the corpses. The corpses are still in the human main, so I don't know if we are not going to see a very rapid use case for the Warden ultimate, because you may say, yes, it's good in fights, but it's also very good to like stop the expansions from mining or even main bases, because if there is any peasants there, they will be transmuted into the spirit of vengeance. By the way, last comment from me for now. On the bottom, look at this, Muddy and the Bear. They did good job. Expo survived.
Expo survived indeed. And I want to point out Kaho's scouting. He used the skeletons from the Orb of Darkness really well, scouting the upper right-hand side. Bottom right is constantly checked by a Wisp. So whenever 40 is doing something, Kaho should see it. He just missed them, I think. Fan of Knives, Stormbolt. We're creeping on the left-hand side. Panda close to 5. That's where he really gets dangerous. Everybody's game still. If Kaho scouts the new expansion attempt, he must have a feeling as the main bases will be dry soon.
I mean, you need to constantly scout for it, right? Twisted Meadows is a huge map with so many expansion spots, but it goes for both players, right? And yes, nice defensive position for Kaho. He's actually going for defensive spirit avatar of vengeance. And Muddy and the Rogue and the Bear, be careful, because the human is approaching you.
How many Dryads we got? 8, soon to be 9. Muddy might bite the dust here. That's not too great. Warden blinking in, trying to distract. The Blood Mage, holla, might need a staff. Oh, no, the Holy Light, way better to stay in that fight. Stormbolt, Siphon combo. Panda can't really do too much just yet. Only Drunken Haze. Where's the Breath of Fire? Holding, trying to get the level for level 5. That's level 3 now. He's a bit lost, though. This fight is messy.
Yeah, Night Elf is out of mana, and human has supply lead, and this supply lead is actually meaningful. If there is no mana, but look at the Spirits of Vengeance, they are ready and they have piercing damage. So all things considered, decent fight for Kaho. He secured his expo, but speaking of the expansions, as you mentioned, in the north, we have 2 towers, but they are not cannon towers, even though Fortitude has 2,400 lumber and 1 arcane tower we can kill no issue. Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing a best human in the world making his expo with 2 workers, which is pretty rare to see. He's sending more. He knows how cringe it is to power build with 2 workers. He's sending more because he has high hopes about this base.
Yeah, it's just the Mr. Winner invention that we've seen in the Weekly Cup, I think. So everybody wants to be like Mr. Oh no, it wasn't Fountain of Mana League versus Qbert. This is just the new way. Mr. Winner will influence everybody again.
Mr. Winner. I would love to meet him in real life
Meet
one
him.
day. I will call him. Hello, Mr. Winner. How are you doing?
And
He
then
says, and he would say, "Who are you?"
he
I
knows
don't know.
you, of course. Come on.
Really? Ah,
But
don't think so.
we need a meeting of Mr. Winner and Mr. Backhead.
That's very true. Very true. They can have this like a VIP lounge, you know, and only people called Mister can be there. Mr. Neo. Base on the north is ready, and we have Avatar of Vengeance. That it's not doing that much, but actually maybe it's like a chain reaction. This one peasant will start the Spirit of Vengeance, and now it's actually more. Fortitude is just flying around, checking out what is going on. How is the mana? Panda is full of mana. The same for Warden. Heal scrolls on the human are not that present. Fortitude is not rich. He's not mining from his main base. So basically it's a 1 base versus 2 base again.
Yeah, and it's only 2 minutes for the Expo right-hand side. Kaho might have some chances here. Not focusing on the workers right now. The Arcane Tower is repaired and the Avatar is over, or resummoned at least, in the fight where he needs them. It's a lot about positioning here. They both try to outmaneuver the other, but they know each other so well that they always have the right reaction, and both also have excellent scouting. A top match between the best Night Elf and the best human.
What works for Fortitude is his supply, right? He has 80 supply, so he's waiting to use it right. Again, I'm a little bit afraid because there is no healing scrolls. With this build, you don't have Alchemist, right? So there is no this AoE healing. Where is the Warden? We are awaiting for the Warden. And because we can't fight without it, I love the anti-magic potion. It means no bolt, it means no life drain, and Warden is actually coming back to attack the expansion of Fortitude. Can we generate the corpses? Check the north. Fortitude is slow with his Zeppelin. There is so many corpses, Neo.
Ooh, that's not great. 2, 3 of them, right? But the Avatar might not last for too much longer. And in the meantime, the main is under attack. Warden has to come home at some point. There's no third base for Kaho either, even though he's of course mining a lot longer from the left-hand side. Warden is coming back. Rest of the army as well. They don't want to be slowed down by these Dryads, even though there's 3 steps, so it should all be fine. High and efficient saves.
Avatar of Vengeance is back. Look at the Shredder. Fortitude knows. He's like, I was slow with my Zeppelin, but I'm fast with my Shredder reactions. The Spirits of Vengeance are dealing a lot of damage, and we have a big fight in the middle. Blood Mage is a little bit behind.
Yeah, one Dragonhawk getting caught here. Again, we have 2 usage of stabs. Muddy is back in. He might just be punished this time. We have lots and lots of piercing damage here. Fortitude again trying to mix in the mortar teams. We've seen that earlier in the series. It was oftentimes the beginning of the downfall, as Kaho countered that very, very well. Let's see if 40 knows how to protect them better this time.
Yeah, you need to have a Zeppelin, basically, because let me tell you, Breath of Fire, Fan of Knives on those poor morts, and they're all dead, so it's like heavy, like, if somebody would ask me, hey Sol, I have like 1000 MMR, I saw on Back to Warcraft those pro-humans playing morts, how I can keep them alive, I would say, don't even try it. This is not going to work well. Because yes, it's one of these hardest moves, right? You need to have constantly a way of protecting them, because you will just die so quickly. Warden can blink, you know, so it's like, even if you keep them behind, they will die.
It is so stressful with the stabs and the holy lights. But yeah, that's the best example. 1 mortar dead, and this position for Kaho looks amazing. Has a town portal. What's missing a little bit is damage versus structures. We don't miss damage versus Dragonhawks here. Panda is doing a wonderful job. Warden jumps in as well. There's 1 heal scroll on the Blood Mage. Needs it, gets it. The Panda has more fuel though. Is this the deciding fight of map 6? Is this Kaho winning his first series? Maybe. Supply neck and neck, but the Night Elf heroes are taking over.
Yeah, the morts are connecting now, but there is no Zeppelin to save them, and the morts are surrounded by Dryads, but Dryads are slowly dying. What about the Panda? Panda is on red HP. Can Panda survive?
Oh, Kaho Stormbolt soon. He needs to dodge it or TP out immediately. Man, these mortar teams are here to party. They did so much damage, got so many kills, and I don't think 40 would have survived this without the mortars. This was so important because the expansion is empty. This is the only income for 40 and he's not even mining there.
Yes, we have one base versus one base situation, Mr. Neo. I swear to God, I'm going to tell it last time, but there is no wellspring.
You will definitely mention it again. You can't prevent yourself from saying it.
It's a 30-minute long game with 2,300 lumber. Like, some arguments you can't win even with logic. I need to like send Mr. Kaho a painting with nice wellspring like icon. Maybe that will convince him. If not the logic, I don't know, a basket with like gifts from Poland, pierogi, kiełbasa, make wellspring. I don't know.
Well, usually the heaviest defender of not going for wellspring is Dizzy Style. Let's see if he comes up with a solution or a reason why not to go for it. Panda is close to level 6. That's news. 40 is not even that much ahead in supply. He doesn't have a level 6, nor a second hero with level 5, so he's definitely trailing in that regard. Kaho still has 5,000 gold, basically, at his expo. 40 has to shut this down.
Well, one base on even supply. We need to see the best Mord micro ever. We have some fresh tanks by Fortitude. Avatar of Vengeance is like dealing some cheap damage in the expansion, and both players are looking for the good position to start the fight, and we are coming back to the tunnel.
True. The Alpha and Omega, he snipes the Mortar team, which were the carries in the previous fight. Without Mortar teams, I don't think you have enough damage against the Dryads. Fortitude is struggling. The first game in 3 months. Oh, beautiful dodge with the anti-magic against the Stormbolt. Panda is not getting shut down, and every kill brings him closer to level 6. Warden jumps in. This was super hard to read for 40 that the Warden was there, but had the answer, had the healing. But the question is for how long? If the Blood Mage falls, 40 is dead here, just like all these Dragonhawks. Excellent blinks by Kaho as well.
And Kaho, like, he's doing what he should. This Breath of Fire, by the way, was not connecting too well, but that's okay. There is supply lead for the Night Elf, and ladies and gentlemen, for like Fortitude needs a miracle. He needs another base because he's getting outvalued. He's getting outvalued. Warden is back in the main base to drink from the Moonwells. We're going to be full mana Warden, and I think, with all due respect, Human Army is not ready. He's not ready for the full mana Warden because there is no healing scrolls. You can staff back your army, but then you just need to escape. Dryads are not dying. I see 0 morts. There is 1 tank left, but Fortitude will try again, and as he should, but I'm just telling you guys, he needs some crazy micro move. Maybe Bolt into the Warden.
Things are not working, man. The expansion is shut down by the Avatar. The tank push was shut down by 2 bears and a lot of repair. 40 is running out of options. 40 is running out of ideas. 40 is getting run away by these hero levels of Kaho, even though I still miss the Earth, Storm, and Fire that I would love to see. Panda might need some help here. Another beautiful dodge with the anti-magic. It is just glorious to see. And now Kaho just has to clean this up if 40 doesn't have the fight of a millennium.
It's a good position for the Night Elf, definitely, but as you mentioned, he needs to be constantly aware. And this Siphon connects. Actually, look at the Panda, even Bash on top of that. Panda has 0 mana, maybe that's the start of comeback, but no, Fortitude is just running back. He's trying to be giga efficient with his stuffs, but man, this Panda just goes back to the main base. And maybe it's now the moment when this Panda will look at the empty Moonwells, will think, oh, maybe Wellspring is a good idea.
No, he will not think that. He has no gold for that. Needs more drinks from the shop, not from the wells. Warden blinking in, at least faking that, disjoints the Stormbolt, so all that mana goes to waste. The Avatar does what the Avatar does best, and that's harassing the expansion in the north, and this Mountain King is all by himself. Needs another staff, and there it is. Fortitude is trying, man, but he's not getting any closer to a victory.
And Kaho very stable, he's not shaking, maybe he's even smiling, because, you know, on this level they know, it's level 6 Panda as well, on top of that, Breath of Fire kills the Blood Mage, we are in the GG territory.
Yeah, there's no way. There is no way. Man, it took forever, but the first victory of Kaho against Fortitude on patch 2.03 has happened, everybody. Patch history was written here together by me, you, and Soul 8 Man. Wait, they're playing a 7th game. That's what play all 7 means. So it's not best of 7, it's play all 7. When will we see Qbert again? He is very busy in real life now, as far as I heard, but Qbert will be casting on the Undead Bootcamp channel tonight. Because the Undead Discord has a gauntlet where, like, it's gonna be like 5 hours of Undead Mirror, and Qbert is casting that with Kingstar together. And I'll be playing that. So, yeah. That'll be fun. Hey Fleur, what's up? We got a nicely equipped Warden already with some nice right clicks. Opening up with... Wow, it's weird to shift from dual cast to single cast all of a sudden. Pen of Knives again with Blink. And 40 is trying to expo here, huh? Back again. Very aggressive 40. I feel like Kaho got his objective already. He did so well already.
A player's forces are under attack.
Footman is gonna... If this Footman attack is gonna be nasty. Warden is far away. Doesn't have boots. Doesn't have staffs. Reacting to this will take some time.
A town is under siege.
And this is pretty much Mountain King domination at the moment. But Warden is killing units here as well. Slows down the expo progress significantly. It's a bit of a game of chicken. Nobody has a TP either. 40 seems keen on just keeping the pressure on here. Wait. Oh, this looks like a destined situation for a bash to ruin the game. To ruin the victory lap. But okay. Things saved. Ooh, this expo took some time. Lumber is a little low. Should still be enough for a 6-minute tech, I think. Hunter's Hall wasn't touched either, so that's fine. Both with a bit of delays, especially on the Warden progress, that hurts. But with the green spot, that should be it then. Or this Ancient that's in position already.
A player's forces are under attack.
How fast can you make progress? Yeah, tech is super nice. Man, despite the early peasant kills. Good macro by 40, as so often. That's the level 3 then, first and foremost. Would have been way too risky to creep the middle already. Oh, and Kaho. Wait. Oh my god, Kaho's lumber is so low. This footy Mountain King attack really paying dividends now. With lumber wisps low, with lumber in general low. It's a rather late level 3 and we have no Shadow Strike. Yeah, this looks a little rough. Little bit of redemption for 40. as the archer falls. Oh no. Oh no. Mountain King or Warden. Someone has to die here. Ah, lame. Everybody alive. But the regen scrolls, man. Humans got really, really good at getting maximum value off of regen scrolls. And all that time that he's using to prepare this creep, like, he can't really. There's 2 archers left. This will take a long time. And the tech hasn't started yet. Last hit. Ooh, went to Kaho last second. Got the flute as we are very dryad dependent. Kinda nice. The shredder though. Oh no, 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 not good. Stormbolt to the face. No Zeppelin here. Mountain King is the bouncer. And the Warden must fall. Oh my god, Shredder and Warden? That's way too much damage. Through the forest, long range, 40 stomping on Kaho for the end of the series. All the wrath that was built up during the Twisted Meadows game unleashed in a hell of a creepjack. Jesus. That was gnarly. Gnarly revenge by 40. 7 minutes just quickly showing him who's boss here. So at least he gets the 4-3. So another series that ends 4-3 between them. The last 2 series now are 4-3, 440, and then this one 4-3 for Kaho. So basically, in a best of 14, it's 7-7.